Today, we have to drag Bomani Jones just a little bit. Another sports media clown who cannot stop spewing garbage on subjects he knows nothing about. But this time, he's on his podcast. He's not just trashing Caitlin Clark. He's trashing all of you. He's trashing everything. He's confused about Juju Watkins. And get this, he is suggesting, well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to save what he's suggesting to create a rivalry, and it is bad. I've got the clip. I'm going to play it for you. Got the receipts. Hit the like button if you're ready to see this nonsense. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate all your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh man. So anyway, Bomani's latest disaster, and if you know Bomani Jones, you know he's kind of a Ryan Clark type, and he thought he would talk about women's college basketball, yapping about ratings, Caitlin Clark's rise, Juju Watkins, and a side of just insanely wild accusations. I'm gonna play this clip for you, and then we're gonna talk about this a little bit. Here we go.
It felt kind of like the buzz around women's college basketball did not sustain in the way that I thought it would coming off of last season. I watched that Big Ten final in Indianapolis between UCLA and USC. UCLA put the clamps on USC, but it was just like, I was wondering, like, did we keep this going? I posed the question to Perplexity, and I gotta say, they gave a pretty thorough synopsis here. They have an overall viewership increase that's up 3% from last year. ESPN, the numbers were down until February. Then they had a nice run of games that took things over the top. This is without Caitlin Clark. So without the phenomenon, they got a slight uptick in the ratings. And the reason I bring that up is people are still watching, but the push isn't the same without Caitlin Clark. I think the lesson you can learn here is if the people are still watching, you can't make somebody another Caitlin Clark, but you kind of can. Like, Caitlin Clark doesn't happen entirely organically. There's a push. I don't feel like the Paige Beckers or Juju push was anything close to the same. What Angel Reese did, she created what people truly need, which is a rivalry. Having the players is one thing. She made a rivalry where there wasn't one. Somebody gonna need to go do this. Somebody got to knock Juju out the sky. Juju got to hit somebody in the eye with an elbow. It ain't necessarily got to be a white girl, but it got to be somebody. Gonna be honest with you. If it was a white girl, it would help. Just for the numbers here. I'm being cynical about the situation. Not saying you should elbow the white girl. Maybe let the white girl elbow you. I don't know. But people are watching. I am a little surprised there's not more of a push.
Did you catch all that? Did you? Juju should elbow a white player for a rivalry. First of all, he is completely wrong from top to bottom. Top to bottom. This is not WWE. I'm telling you, I need a shower after listening to this man out here fumbling facts, tossing out takes so bad they're going to get ejected from a rec league. But let's break it down because this is an absolute mess. First up, Bomani says women's college shoot ratings on ESPN networks up 3% last year without the phenomenon. And then he uses that to go into a whole bunch of other nonsense. First, Big Ten, not something that ESPN has. There may have been a game or so on ESPN, but this is not something that ESPN has. So it wasn't with Caitlin Clark last year and without her this year. And someone like you, who I know has got people doing stuff, should just do the basic amount of research. And again, this goes to just show you that he hasn't followed this at all. He's just jumping on nonsense to push his narrative, which, again, just flat out what he said about Juju Watkins and a white girl is absolutely appalling, appalling stuff. I mean, but see, he wanted to use that to then say that, well, Caitlin Clark's not organic. You need a push, as if Paige Beckers and Juju Watkins haven't gotten pushed. Are you kidding me? They are probably the two most pushed players in women's college basketball history. I don't know what he's talking about. It's absolutely wild. But the ratings thing that he said again, he doesn't know what he's saying. He didn't do his research. I mean, it's like saying my grandma's cooking has boosted McDonald's sales. What? 3% bump is real, but it's not some post Clark glow up. Monty's just making stuff up to fit his narrative again because he wanted to use that to say Caitlin Clark, the popularity of Caitlin Clark wasn't organic because see, ratings are up, but I don't feel like there was a push like there was with her. But I guess research is hard. He'd rather, I won't even say wing it and hope we're all napping. He is very purposeful with this nonsense. Oh man. And so next, what did he say next? Yeah, Caitlin Clark's popularity, like I said, it wasn't organic, it was pushed. And he wonders why, oh, Juju Watkins, and he did mention Paige Beckers, haven't gotten the same treatment. And as always, hinting at a skin color angle. Oh, man, come on. Caitlin was barely a blip as a freshman or sophomore. Her junior year is when she blew up, when she's dropping 40-plus point triple doubles and packing arenas. Nobody pushed her. She earned it. She started getting coverage when she was balling out in these games and people were showing up and there were sellouts like women's college basketball had never seen. But by the way, Bobo, if Caitlin was pushed so hard her first 2 years, why are you saying she didn't happen until Angel Reese, which was the final game of her junior year? It's one or the other, little one. It can't be both. Your deep thoughts aren't even as deep as Jack Handy, and that is saying something. Meanwhile, Juju's been a marketing darling since day one. Freshman year, she was hyped. Sophomore year, Nike Super Bowl ads. A fat State Farm deal. I cannot turn on the TV without seeing Juju Watkins selling State Farm insurance or maybe even sneakers, right? She's always, always on. Clark did not sniff any of that her first couple of years. And then Bomani saying that no one knew Clark till the 2023 LSU title game where there was a rival with Angel Reese. Yet you said she was pushed in a way that Juju and Paige haven't been. Again, as I said it already, it cannot be both. By any metric, this is a lie. Caitlin Clark was a star in her junior season. Juju was a household name entering her sophomore year. And again, Super Bowl ads. Who is really getting pushed here? This man's story's got more holes than my golf swing. It's absolutely ridiculous. But here's the grand finale. Again, saying Juju should elbow a player, preferably a white player, in order to spark a rivalry like Clark Reese. There was no Clark Reese rivalry. But on top of that, are you serious with this right now? You're advocating violence to create a rivalry to boost ratings for basketball. It isn't sports, my friend. That's just a bar fight. I mean, imagine seriously telling a player, "Hey, go assault someone for some clout." This isn't just dumb. This is reckless. This is reckless from a guy with a serious platform. This guy's acting like the game needs a soap opera to sell. Now, look, hey, let's face it. That's what the WNBA has been, right? But it hasn't sold. That's the thing. Nothing has been as dramatic and messy as the WNBA. Nothing in sports has been a soap opera but the WNBA, and it didn't sell. Caitlin and Juju breaking records, getting the attention, getting people hyped up, getting the ratings, and they're doing it without throwing elbows. Suggesting violence and on top of that, racializing it is so unbelievably low. It is literally scraping the bottom of my shoe. I know it's not literally, it's figuratively, but you get my point. Everyone used literally improperly, so I thought I would do it as well. But man, seriously, this dude's out here playing villain. And the rest of us just want to watch some ball, please. So anyway, I want to recap this. Look, he didn't understand anything about the ratings. He flipped Clark and Juju's stories. He's contradicting himself with when Clark became popular in order to push a narrative about Juju not being pushed. It's not analysis. This is a tantrum with a mic. Women's college hoops has had another really good season. Juju's got white fans, Caitlin's got black fans, and we're all just here for the hoops. Doesn't seem like a lot of others are. The old guard's not, sports media is not, but we are, and we want to just let the stars shine. And it is great for rivalries to happen, and we can talk about that type of drama. But unfortunately, that's not the type of drama that we get to talk about. We got to talk about people like Clueless Bomani. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate this. As always, smash that like button, Subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. Helps out tremendously. And I will talk to you later.